All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Houston Texans. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Jackson on first down. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run it here. This is James White. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Rolling to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And he's going to be close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 42.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
This is 3rd and 1, very likely 4-down territory even if they don't get it, though. From the gun, it's Jackson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
After the interception, here's Watson. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. Certainly not the cleanest of starts to this football game. Back-to-back plays yield turnovers in this first quarter.
So there's not much flow right now. A very choppy game. And I know this. It's a copycat league. We say it all the time about the NFL, but I'm not quite sure this is what they had in mind about something they wanted to emulate.
No, you don't want to emulate a turnover. First down, here's White. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Jackson to throw. This will be caught by Brown.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. Jackson from the shotgun. And he fires one that's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
He'll try and run it. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Now a first down throw, Watson. It's caught, it's Miller.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
To throw again on second down. Watson into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Bear in mind they had 2 interceptions last week, but that was in 4 quarters. They've got 2 here in the first quarter alone.
And the unsung people in this streak, the pass rushers, because most of the time, they're the ones that affect things in the pocket for a quarterback, trying to throw the football, rushing them, getting them off their spot, harassing them, and that allows the defensive backs, the linebackers, to swoop in and make the picks downfield.
And they're swooping. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. From the gun, Jackson. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked up by Nikel Roby-Coleman.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A throw out line to QT, complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Yeah, baby! Yeah! Brings up 2nd and 8 at the Ravens' 28-yard line.
Get set! UAT! Check, watch and learn! No game on this defense, no game! 124!
Switch gears.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Watson, he's got Fuller. And out of bounds right around the 20. That one a first down pickup of 8. The Texans with a first opportunity now from the red zone. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
He's got it. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Keke QT, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A gain of 3, second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Here's White, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Jackson. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
59, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go.
From just shy of midfield, Watson, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
To throw is Watson. Johnson's got it complete. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. Play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Jackson back into his end zone. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
To throw is Jackson. To throw on 3rd down. He gives it to Brown, complete. And they'll get him down up past the 15. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. Jackson operating from the gun. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one goes for 24 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Jackson, option right. And an alley to run. And he slides to avoid the hit. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Don't let 89 go deep. Whatever you do, don't let 89 go deep.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here.
Texans fans, 'cause it's 3rd down.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 28.
A gain of 18 on the play. 1st down, Baltimore.
Ready. 70
They'll run on 1st down. It's White. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. And that will be incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And Tucker, the former Longhorn, puts this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number one. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
No. Give me 9. Mike 48. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We time to go.
Here's Watson. It's complete to Fuller. 23 yards the pickup there. So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Running from the gun, Johnson. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. Those are the type of runs that we did not see from him in the first half, but a good start to the third quarter.
And I know what everyone's thinking that's watching this. They did a great job adjusting at the half. Oftentimes you don't make adjustments. You just dial into your game plan a little bit better, and maybe they're starting to make some headway.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Mike 5-4. 26. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Come on. You better bring it.
Watson just beating the play clock. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Lavonte David. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here.
Mike 51.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And this one brought in by Sanu. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. We want it.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. On the crossing route, complete. That's Palmer. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of 35.
Switch. Check 31. Check 55.
No gain on the dump off. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. On 2nd down, it's Johnson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, and partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
The penalty gets them half the distance closer, but they'll still need to come up with something on 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, Watson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Kiki QT with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Texans push further out in front. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10.
Check, check. Lucky.
The drive starts with a run by White. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Tackle made there by Nick Perry. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Jackson from the gun, he'll throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's...
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Throw left side complete. It's Palmer. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Third and long. It's Watson being chased out left. He may try and run for this. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker at its 4th.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They defer to White out of the shotgun. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there, first down. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
Now a play fake here on first down. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Bernardrick McKinney muscled his way in for the sack.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Jackson throwing on target to Brown. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They go with the option on fourth down, left side. He can run for it, and he will. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. Little read option, the end result, the first down, so a good read.
And the way teams are running it nowadays, they've added variety to it. You know, the original way was you read the defensive end. If he crashes down, you pull it and you go. Now they may not even block that person, may end up reading the linebacker, may read the cornerback. Just depends on how they want to block it up. In any case, this worked well for them.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. Jackson goes underneath here to White. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
But correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First down, Baltimore.
Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. Jackson options out left. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now on 2nd and 13. Jackson, and it's caught. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
12 yards on the play. But it's
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
We've seen this offense go for it on 4th down already on this drive. I wonder if they'll go for it again.
I certainly wouldn't rule it out with these guys. And Tucker, the former Longhorn, puts this one through. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So just over 90 seconds to play, and this would figure to be about as critical as it gets here. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
brings up 2nd and 3 at the 47-yard line.
So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. You better be afraid.
They go to Johnson again. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 yards there, first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. A first down carry here for Johnson. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. And they take a knee.
Watson on the keeper. A loss of 1. It's now 3rd and 9.
The line to gain is the 33 on third down.
Check tight end, check tight. Check tight.
So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense.